Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DDP. I'm Skinny D, and today we're going to be taking a look at Brain Stew and Jaded by Green Day. It's going to be a 2-in-1 for you. So, we're going to break this up into a couple parts. First, I will do Brain Stew itself, then I'll show you how to play Jaded, and then afterwards I will go into an optional run that shows you how to play this song on an acoustic if that's all you have. So, let's get to it. Alright, so for Brain Stew, we're going to be playing all power chords. Your first one, well, let me just start out by saying this song is down-tuned. I'm not down-tuned, I'm playing an E standard right now because I don't feel like down-tuning, and when you look it up, you're going to see that they down-tuned this song a half step. That is a lie. That is actually completely untrue. If you down-tuned a half step, you would be just as out of tune as if you played this in E standard. Because they don't go down a half step, they go down, I guess you'd call it a quarter step, because they are halfway between a half step. So they don't take their E and tune it down to E flat, they put it right between E flat and E. So it's kind of a weird tuning that you're not going to get by just using a tuner. You may have to actually tune it by listening to the song itself, but completely unnecessary. You can just play it however you want. So let's get into that verse. You're going to be starting with an A power chord. You're going to have your first finger on the 5th fret of the E string. Boom. The next one is a G power chord. That's going to be the 3rd fret of the E string. Then an E string 2nd fret power chord, F sharp. Then an F and an E. Slide down one more. But you don't want to play it like that. You don't want to play that with your pinky and your ring finger. So instead of sliding down like that, you're going to take your first 2 fingers and put them on the 2nd fret of the A and D string. So F, D, or F, E. So A, G, F sharp, F, E, and that's how you play the intro and the verse. After the second verse, they go into that scratchy bit, so it's going to sound like... And all I'm doing is playing the same thing I just showed you, but in between I'm scratching the strings muted. You're just going to rest your hand on the strings. Not push them down, but just rest it on there enough to mute them. Alright, as it plays that, it plays a 3rd verse, then it plays that again. Then we go into the last verse. It sounds like... So as you can see, I'm just playing the same thing I've been playing, but I'm putting a little in between. And all you do to make that happen is you just lift off the strings to where they're muted, kind of like that part, but not as intense, just a little tiny scratching sound. So again. And at the end of that verse, you're going to play it like normal. And then when you get to that F sharp power chord, you're going to swing up to its octave. So you're on the 2nd fret here, so you're going to go to the 14th fret on the E string. One more time. And then... it's the same chords. You're just letting them ring now instead of stopping them. And then you let that last A just ring out. And that is the end of Brain Stew. So next I will show you how to go into Jaded. Alright, so we finished Brain Stew off with an A power chord that we're just gonna let ring. All right, so going into Jaded, same chord, then go to a G power chord, which you already know, and then a D power chord. We ain't played that one yet in this video. And then back to the A. So it's gonna be those three: A, G, D. We'll play it really slow. And after you play that D, you're gonna play the strings open. Just let them play open. And then that goes into the chorus, which is going to be a D power chord. Then an A, G, A. It's the first part of the chorus. The second part, starting with D again. Then a high E. So it's going to be, the D is 5th fret power chord, and then you're going to go to a 7th fret of the A string power chord for the E. So. And then it's going to go back into that verse part. And then you end the song with a... So... Or a... And that is how you play Jaded. So up next, I'm going to show you a quick way to play the acoustic version of Brain Stew if all you got's an acoustic guitar, or you're just near one and want to impress somebody by playing this song in a way they probably haven't heard it. So that'll be next. All right, guys. So you're at a party or something, you see an acoustic guitar sitting in the corner, you're the only guy who knows how to play something, and everyone's saying, play the guitar. No one's going to expect this one because they've never heard it played acoustically, probably. So, I've showed you the chords already. It's an A, then a G, then an F sharp, and then an F, E, back to A. So, how you play those as chords, you're going to play your A. It's going to be an open A string, and then the second frets of the D, G, and B string. And then you'll play that E string down there open. All right, next chord, your G chord. You're going to play that by putting your second finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, second fret of the A string for your first finger. Then you're going to put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string, and you're just going to play all 6 strings. So, 3, 2, 3. So it's going to go from A to G, and then you're going to go to your F sharp. So it's going to be just like the power chord, but you're going to bar all 6 strings so that the bottom 3 strings are the 2nd fret. So 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. So then a F power chord, just a F major, so 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. And then an E, it's going to be open E, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then the B and E string will be open. So again, A, G, F sharp, F, E, back to A. All right, guys. So that is the song. That's all I got for you today. Like, subscribe, and drink some water if you haven't today. It's good for you. You guys have a good one. We got new videos coming every Thursday. Catch y'all on the flippity flop.